Okay, we're on to the first of our two topics today, which is, we are going to repair the DC film universe.
Single-handedly repair the monstrosity of the DC universe.
Us three right here, right now, we're going to fix it.
I mean,
so strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you didn't like Batman vs Superman. It was a very well-known fact.
Well,
if you want to plug your
your
blog again.
I didn't hate it. But I didn't like it. I thought it was meh. I expected more, and I was given less.
Yes, I loved it. Then I saw it the second time, but I was like, there are issues.
I will wait for the extended cut, which comes out mid-July. The
July 29th.
The ultimate.
I think.
The ultimate edition.
Yeah, but they said it was going to be R-rated, and it's a 12.
Oh, it said R-rated on the trailer.
Oh, because I've looked on Amazon and it says 12 on the.
Unless there's two versions. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just two versions. They normally class it as a 15.
Yeah. I don't know.
Guess we'll find out on July 29th.
Yeah, July 29th.
But yeah, I've got a list of how to fix DC. And
okay.
I'm going to start off with number 10,
Ooh.
which is... I know they're playing catch-up, but don't do it too soon.
Yeah.
Just take the story slow.
Which was one of the issues of Batman vs Superman, is that they just introduced everyone.
Yeah, it was like...
one film and bam.
Yeah, it was kind of like they tried to do a Pulp Fiction, but failed.
Because with Apocalypse and with Civil War, these were characters we have known already.
Yeah.
Slowly established over time.
So there wasn't... You didn't really have to introduce them, they just have to just turn up like, it's hello Hawkeye, how you doing? Doesn't matter.
You want it out, man?
Get in here, come on. Get involved.
Come on out, man. Come on.
Thor? No.
You could face Planet Hulk and all that, which I can't wait for.
But yeah, I just kind of felt like when Marvel announced all those films back in 2014, and then DC were like, oh no.
Panic.
Yeah, hitting like a big red button kind of thing.
I know they can't do it now, but I don't reckon they should have gone the Justice League route, because they were going fine with Nolan's universe. I know he finished after the third one, but if someone else took a DC hero and made a trilogy, someone like Del Toro, he could have made
that'd be interesting.
A trilogy on his style. But now they're doing the Justice League, it just looks like they're copying Marvel.
Yeah, I think that's why they're doing the Justice League. Was one of the first few, rather than the culmination of like a phase, which is what Marvel has done so well in like the last few years. But yeah, what's on your list then, Jason?
Basically, I was looking to... Well, the best thing about DC is their villains. Their villains are more complex than the heroes, and I would love a Joker solo film.
Yeah, well, there's a Harley Quinn solo film, but I don't think Harley Quinn has the name. Well, she's popular, but
she's very popular, and
she doesn't have that power to attract an audience. Whereas I think the Joker would.
But she is very. She's got a cult following similar to Deadpool, but not as popular. Because any woman that goes to Comic-Con, you can see loads and loads of Harley Quinns.
And Halloween as well.
Yeah. So I think it would work on the scale of Deadpool, not as popular and not as successful.
Yeah, the thing is, with a Joker solo film, it would have to be a 15.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of doubt, like Deadpool, because with a villain, because Joker's story is not told that deeply.
It's like he doesn't have an origin.
So
I suppose that's what makes him so
enigmatic.
Yeah, because he's just. There's no backstory, so you can't tell what's driving him. Exactly. But you know that
that's why he was doing the
something.
Dark Knight, because he had all those stories that he was like, how did they get the Scar stories? But
so I just want a solo villain film. It's something new, it's something different. I know they've got Suicide Squad, which is a batch of villains, but I want
the villains I don't really care about.
Yeah, and
I just care about the Joker. Deadshot I quite like. Harley Quinn will be interesting.
Yeah, but these are characters we won't get to know in Suicide Squad. There's 8, 9 of them.
Yeah,
something like that.
And we don't know anything about them. We haven't got time to learn all 9 of their origin stories. So I think just one film focused on one villain would work.
So given your prediction there, then how do you think this one film is going to cope with 8 or 9 characters to tell the story about?
I don't know how they'll do it. They'll probably have Harley Quinn's origin. They'll probably have Will Smith's, who's Deadshot, and then pop in the Joker. But I reckon everyone else will just be side characters. You'd hardly know who they are.
Yeah, well, we don't know anything about the plot, really, do we?
Yeah.
Which is different to Batman v Superman, because we knew the whole plot
Yeah.
by the time the film came out.
Trailer number 2 basically was
Doomsday. They make up. They're friends now.
I tell you what, the Ultimate Edition trailer though is actually the best trailer out of the lot.
Yeah.
And that came out after the film.
This look good. But do you have anything to say, Will, on these?
not really. No, not
Fair
really.
enough.
Not really.
My next issue is no Save Martha moments.
No, so
Number 9.
like you just love listening to poor writing. It was just
Yeah, and
poor.
I just didn't get why would Superman call his mum Martha.
Yeah, I've got to save Martha. No one calls their mum by their first name.
Yeah, I know. I was just when I was watching it, I was like, did he just what? What was that?
For the first 10 years of my life, I had no idea what my mum's name was.
Yeah, I know.
It's just
It's like your name's Helen.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, it doesn't exist.
But no, I just thought that was very weak
Oh, it is.
story writing.
And I've had people try and defend it, but it's absolute stupid.
Did you get on the Die Hard saying no? It
Yeah,
makes
it's like-
sense for him to do that, and I
It's
was like, no, it
because-
doesn't, because
Yeah, it's because Batman finds that he's human for once because he is a mum, but yeah, that may be the case, but he wouldn't shout Martha at all.
he'd shout, "Save my mother."
Yeah.
There could have been a better way to get that effect across.
Yeah, which is just say, I need to save
Yeah.
my mother.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is like,
Not just
it's not
mother.
it's not a great replacement, but
Yeah, it was.
Zack Snyder needs
Well,
slapping.
that could bring me to my next point, is just get rid of Zack Snyder.
Yeah, that's
Which I guess is
my number one point.
Spoiler alert.
Well, we
We'll do this one now.
we can see off of this, because Zack Snyder, I don't mind Zack Snyder, but
He means well.
he's had a few tries, and he's just like Man of Steel was okay, Batman vs Superman was okay, but if you compare it to Marvel, it has to be better than okay. And I don't think Zack Snyder has the
Marvel
prowess.
made a lot of B names
Yes,
Yeah.
really good, like Iron Man, Captain America.
because the whole reason why Marvel is so successful is Kevin Feige. I can't. No one can pronounce his last name
Our
properly.
hero.
Like that's what DC need. They need a central person who can take care of all these stories and make sure they all connect.
Well, they seem to have done that now, though, because they've had a huge shake-up behind
Yeah.
the scenes, and they've got rid of this
Yeah,
producer.
yeah, that's
Brought Jeff Johns in, I think he's called.
yeah.
And Ben Affleck's just been made executive producer for
Which-
Justice League.
Which I think that Ben Affleck is a good director for what I've seen of his stuff, but I'm not sure if he has the style of a superhero film, because DC films are kind of out there, and Ben Affleck usually goes for the gritty, the town Argo.
I'd like to see Batman done in kind of like the town style.
That could work, because Batman, he fits many styles that you can tell by Adam West, and then
George Clooney.
then George Clooney, and then
Yeah, and the back when he was really, really cheesy.
yeah,
Bat nipples.
he's gone
Yeah,
from he's gone from like pow camp to Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, so he can fit a whole plethora of styles.
Yeah.
But with the other ones, like if they did Aquaman, he has to be dark, and I feel like he needs like a stylistic director, not
These
Ben
people to
Affleck.
take him seriously.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love Aquaman.
I like the Family Guy.
Come over here. Say that.
If you were in the sea, that's going to save you. But yeah, I do agree. I don't think Zack Snyder should do any more after the Justice
Who
League.
do you think should be like the central director?
George Miller,
George,
who
yeah,
did Mad Max.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was meant to make a Justice League film in 2007.
But I wanted him to make Happy Feet free.
And Babe 3.
And Babe free. I'm good for Babe now, but more Happy Feet and Mad Max sequel.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing the Mad Max sequel.
He was talking about it, but I think it took so much work to make the first one. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be,
think they should just leave it now.
it was good though.
It was very
But,
good.
yeah.
but that's a story for
Very
another day.
Yeah.
That's a story for September.
When we return.
My next thing is don't kill off, well, spoiler alert, but don't kill off Superman in his second film. I was talking to my brother about this earlier, and this is kind of his point, but I've added like bits into it. I've just said,
Or is
take away someone he loves, like Lois Lane or his mum, because then it shows he's got humanity.
Yeah.
And it shows that it's that kind of superhero thing where they can't always save everyone.
Yeah.
Kind of like Spider-Man does.
Yeah.
He always has that decision to make.
There's always that famous ending of who you save in Spider-Man. You know, is it Spider-Man 2 that he's got the people? Yes, Spider-Man 2. He's got the people in one carriage and then Mary Jane. And
that's the first one. With Green Goblin.
Green Goblin. I got those two mixed up, but
yeah.
I found it stupid because you knew he was coming back.
Yeah, because you've seen Henry Cavill.
That very ending shot.
Yeah,
with the coffin. Here it just says, like I said, it'll give him humanity, and him being OP, kind of like overpowered, takes away his humanity, kind of thing. So if you show him that he does actually have emotion, Henry Cavill doesn't really seem to.
I just didn't care about that bit.
Yeah, but I've actually written a scene that I think should have been in instead of him dying. You have him distracted or someone play, because you can do that hearing thing, can't you?
Yeah.
Where he goes to save his mum, but because he's so preoccupied with that, Lois Lane, or like vice versa, like he's killed, but he's flying there, like the slow motion, that slow kind of music starts to do the Man of Steel theme. Yeah. That slow kind of like slow motion, he just gets there at the last second kind of thing, but fails.
See, I would have what I would have done about with Superman is I would have had a villain come in, preferably like Joker. I know it can't be done now, and he comes in and just kills Martha. If you're gonna kill someone, kill Martha or Lois Lane.
So do you get kind of like what I was on about with like him just trying to get there to do both things?
Yeah. See, I like that idea.
If you put something like that in, then it shows him because he's not this perfect.
Because this can
I think that would have worked better.
Because this can kickstart the Flash. Is it Flashpoint? I think
Flashpoint Paradox.
Where Superman gets so angry over Lois Lane's death or can save his mother's death that he just is so powered that he starts to go evil and starts to
he mentally breaks.
Mentally breaks down, and it did hint to a Flashpoint film or plot line in the film. It's even though it was confusing, but I feel like the death was just cheap. It was just poor. If you're gonna kill someone properly.
Yeah, like I said, if you kill one of the main connections to the hero, then there's a and it's sadder then that way.
I feel like that's our advice of the day. If you're going to kill someone, do it properly.
Well, too bad Marvel does it as well. They kill someone and they always have a way of coming back. I think Nick Fury's died about 3 times, or almost died. Or it's like
he just simply can't kill Sam Jackson.
Yeah,
he just can't do it.
Yeah, when you find out they've got like a 7-film contract where it's like publicly known, you know they're not going to die. I think it was with Captain America. He still had a film contract after.
Yeah, he's got like an 18-film contract. I was like, he's not dead.
It kind of ruins it. And I would just, if I was director, I'd kill him. I would kill so many superheroes.
See, the thing is, what they should have done is withheld, if they could possibly do it, withheld the contract information to the public, so no one knows about their contract.
That's the thing. It can be private. I think the other thing that in the movie world that has to be public is the box office results. Like they have to be published public, but the contracts, they can be private.
I'm not sure if they must be private or if they can be private or if they have to be public or what.
I don't know, but I just think it's just ruins the surprise. That ruins.
Yeah. If filmmakers are listening, then take note. Don't make the contracts public immediately.
Or lawyers, just lawyers in general. Make the contracts private. I don't care.
But what's next on your list of improvements?
List of improvements is improve Gotham, the TV show.
I really like Gotham. I loved Series 1. I've not seen Season 2 yet, though.
I just hated it. It came out, I was like, this is a show that looks interesting, and I'll give it a go. And it's quite rare I do that to TV shows. And I watched, I think, up to the break, the season break they have.
Because it gets really good after that.
I've heard, but I was so disappointed by the first half because, one, the villains were forced. Like Edward Nygma, and then Poison Ivy, Catwoman. There was a hint of Jokers. I was like, stop.
Yeah.
This is
have one villain like Hugo Strange.
Yeah. Have him have a continuing storyline. Yeah. There was too much Bruce Wayne because this kid's 10, 11, 12 years old.
Something like
that. Commissioner Gordon wouldn't go to a 12-year-old to ask for advice. Just stay away. just it's all about Commissioner Gordon, and I just think it's poorly done. But you can see it's a small budget. There's some moments where it's like, it looks a bit cheesy, and there was so much potential for it because it could get dark. It could get, because I've seen some episodes where it's like, oh, that's great. If only they kept that consistency through the whole series.
Yeah.
I might give it a go.
I'd give the second half a go because it gets really like the Red Hood storyline as well.
Yeah, I've heard, but I wasn't a fan of it, and I really wanted to be because I've heard good things about Arrow and Flash.
Yeah, we will be talking about. I've got these are on my list here.
I'll let you go.
The list.
But now my next point is don't use Darkseid as the first villain in the Justice League.
Yeah.
Because he's like the main villain, you know, like what Thanos is to the Avengers.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Yeah.
and they're building up towards him.
Yeah.
I think if they use him now, every villain after that would be very anticlimactic.
Yeah, because Darkseid's one of the most powerful villains. I said it's kind of like using Thanos.
Hinted at him in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why I would like the Flashpoint to be the first.
Yeah, because I'd like to see it out of control Superman. Really.
Yeah. Because
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Because it would just lead up to Darkseid, I guess. Because as I said with Thanos, it has taken so many films to finally see the full body of Thanos just sat down on a chair in Guardians of the Galaxy. But once it comes around in Infinity War, people are going to be so hyped because he's just full of power.
Yeah, I think he's going to be in a few films beforehand now.
Yeah,
I expect him to turn up in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, oh definitely.
Because that's the last film before Infinity War.
For what? It's when the Avengers come out. It's 2012. So for the first one, 2012. Yeah. So yeah, it's been hyping up since then, and we just want to finally see Thanos in action. So I think you can hint at Darkseid, but don't show him until
or he has like a cameo or something.
Yeah, or be the man behind the chaos, the madness.
Yeah, like a puppet master. But anyway, so you said Gotham needs improving.
Yes, it does.
Gotham.
Okay.
Yes.
My next point: resurrect a new Superman who isn't mopey and depressing, but is a more hopeful take on the character, which is what he symbolises in the comic.
Just quickly on that note, someone colour corrected the Man of Steel film, and it looked more like an actual Superman film.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You've seen this clip, yeah. So I think that's an interesting point to make.
I've got a similar point as well about the style being too dark.
Yeah, I've got that as well later on. But
I'll let you carry on. I'll let you explain.
But yeah, that's just my rant about Superman. He's too depressing.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit the Dark Knight tone.
And I can tell you why they did do that, because Captain America, the first film, it didn't really do well because Captain America was too, oh yes, I am the best,
the
blah, 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 American way, and then
America,
and then for the Winter Soldier, he was more dark, more brooding, but he still had an element of hope. He still had an element of I can still do this.
Yeah.
But with Man of Steel and with Batman vs Superman, it's like Martha,
which we don't talk about.
Yeah, we don't talk about.
But no, go on. What, do you have any more, Jason?
Yeah, it's just improve the style. It's just too dark. It's too trying to be Christopher Nolan when it's just a poor imitation. Like Wonder Woman's outfit and Aquaman's outfit, I don't think there's any colour. I think it's all dark brown and it's just
too gritty.
It's like what is it? That terrible film Zack Snyder did with those girls.
What's it called?
Sucker Punch. That was it.
Sucker Punch. Yeah, it was just have some colour. Like I can see where they're going, but even Dark Knight, the trilogy, had some moments of.
Had the Joker's fancy outfits.
I saw the sun in Dark Knight. I knew there was light.
When you needed to see the light, you had the light.
Yeah, like it's mostly nighttime and raining. I'm like, please just cheer up, Zack Snyder. Cheer up.
Smile. Just
the
a
rain
little bit.
looks so fake as well.
Oh, it's just
when it wasn't hitting the characters. I was like, oh god, no.
It's that rain that doesn't touch any objects.
It's like if you see The Hobbit, the part 1, when they're riding through a forest in the rain, there's no rain, just like they're all bone dry. Like, well, Gandalf's outfit is.
That series magical, so he can. Yeah, so.
Yeah, magic.
Yeah,
magic.
Magic.
My 5th point is use the Superman theme, and I've got that in capital letters, which I think it's missing from it.
Yeah, it's universal.
It's a hopeful theme.
Yeah,
it's, like I said, there's a lot of hope about Superman.
Yeah, or maybe have like a remix of it. I'm like incorporate.
The dubstep remix. Yeah, that world engine doing.
Yeah, Skrillex comes in with his noise and beats.
But no, it's just like a fun bit of music, and that's what everyone knows. When people think of Superman, a lot of people think of that famous from John Williams, the famous music.
Because even in I think Spider-Man uses elements of. I thought they kind of playfully put the old Spider-Man theme. I think it's Spider-Man 2. When
the Amazing Spider-Man 2 does it.
Yeah. I think it's Spider-Man 2 when someone just sings in the street. It might be 3 actually. When they sing in the street, Spider-Man.
That's the first one again.
Yeah.
The woman on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. With a little ukulele.
Yeah. I'm like, that's cool. Just like even little nods to the theme will do. Like.
Yeah. They're always doing that. Like. Another film example, I believe it's Iron Man. Just going on another film. In the first one, when Stark is clinging onto the jet, and he gives what's the character's name, a ring? No, not Rhodes.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But he gives him a ring, and the theme for Stark calling that phone is the original Iron Man cartoon theme.
Oh, okay.
So, they're always giving little nods here, there, and everywhere. Even though they may be the subtlest and we don't recognise them, there will be a generation that does.
Yeah, like the 60s racist cartoon.
Exactly.
No, my mum bought my dad a box set of like the 60s Marvel cartoons.
Yeah.
And we watched an episode of Iron Man where he fights the Mandarin. And it was so racist.
You do get that a lot of like 60s anything really.
It turned out it was okay apparently.
Well, oh no, that's bad.
So we can't do this now. But yeah, what's next on?
My next one is kind of like a joke, but I would love to see it. Stanley cameos.
Now, he did do like a rejig for DC.
Well, yeah, even that, but maybe someone on that caliber. I know.
Kevin Smith.
Or was it Frank Miller who did a lot of?
Yes.
He did Batman really, but because they had little like Easter eggs in I think it was the first Batman. They had a Frank Miller drawing, signed by Frank Miller, as an E-fit for Batman. But I would love to see some sort of like cameo from Christopher Nolan, just sat in a diner with like.
He's looking at Bruce Wayne instead of Alfred at the end of the
But it's kind of like a playfully joke. But it's always nice to see a cameo from, or even like George Clooney or Michael Keaton, bring them back.
I think Adam West would be better.
Yeah, Adam West is perfect.
The thing is, I think they may not be doing that because if they try to do it, then they may.
Everyone's like, "Oh, you're copying."
Yeah,
that's exactly what they might be thinking.
I know, but
they don't want to look like they're copying.
They've gone so far. Why not just do it? Like,
all superhero films are just going to be similar anyway.
Yeah.
Apart from Avengers.
Yeah.
Infinity War, but.
Let's just give it destruction.
My next part is use the Dark Knight undertones only on Batman.
Yeah.
They just and I've got written here, maybe Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like a push, but I've just said employed the same kind of feel Sam Raimi's Spider-Man and the Flash TV series has, which is cheesy, but it can be serious. Yeah. You can take it seriously at the same time. Until in Flash, when there's the villain called the Weather Wizard, which is.
Excuse me.
The weather.
It's pretty bad name for a villain.
Is he like a bad storm?
Pretty much.
Or the Weather Wizard?
So the Flash's villain is like Captain Cold, Gorilla Grodd.
Oh man.
This is a gorilla with like telekinetic abilities.
But that's the issue with them going so dark and
you can't employ that into
realism.
A dark film. But the Flash TV series is amazing.
Yeah, and you can balance that.
I'd watch those characters all day long.
Yeah,
the Flash TV series, you'll watch it and it's like it's really cheesy. Then some episodes you're just in like tears.
Yeah,
because of like stuff that happens.
Right, but that's the thing. When you make it so real, you can't have a villain called the Weather Wizard or a telekinetic gorilla.
Yeah, because I remember watching the Flash series 2 a couple of months back, and my granddad was sat in as well, and he saw the gorilla, and he was like, what the hell is this? Kind of thing.
Can you just try and imagine a telekinetic
Gorilla
just?
Zack Snyder film.
I was gonna say it would just look so out of place. The film would just become a complete piss take.
Yeah, but this actually also leads on to my next point, which is get rid of the Flash film and replace it with just use the TV series.
Yeah.
Because you've got everyone cast in those roles. You've got the Green Arrow cast as well. So just combine them. Unless they bring in the multiverse thing in the film where they allow the TV characters to also come on as well.
Yeah, but that'll look a bit... a bit
Forced.
weird, yeah, it's a bit forced. I don't see the point in recasting Flash when you have Flash.
When you have a perfectly good actor already with Grant Gustin. I've got nothing against Ezra Miller.
Oh yeah, no,
but
Ezra Miller's a great
you
great
just
actor.
have all this stuff ready.
It's
But yeah, do you want to...
my point is don't make any more superhero films, which I know sounds like stop, but it actually isn't. Because we were speaking a couple of weeks ago about Civil War not being a superhero film, and Winter Soldier being more of a thriller.
Yeah, Ant-Man's a heist film.
Yeah, it's like,
that just happens to have a superhero in it.
Superhero shouldn't be the forefront. It should be the kind of like background, and make a film around a genre.
It's a bit that helps the plot along a little bit.
It's just by coincidence that he has a cape, but
no capes.
Not capes. Not capes.
I had to say that. I had to do it.
Every time I mention the word cape, someone from the street just pops up and no capes.
Yeah, sorry, that's me today.
No, it happens all the time. But yeah, I reckon they should even Dark Knight. That could easily be no Batman at all.
Crime drama.
Yeah, it could just be a random detective against a guy who just likes to see the world burn. So if they go back on that basis of making genre films, but put a superhero in it without making superhero films, because everyone's bored of superheroes.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But
good point.
But yeah.
Yeah. So moving on.
So what were you said you had some stuff about sequels.
That's the sequels, which we'll be talking about later, I guess. Unless you want to start that.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Oh no.
Have you finished all your DC points then?
Yeah, I don't want to rant about it too much because I could go on for about 24 more hours.
I have one more.
Okay.
Which is replace Jesse Eisenberg. Get rid of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Yes.
And I have the perfect scene for this.
Okay.
Go on.
He's in his prison cell that you saw him in at the end.
Okay.
And all the guards just leave suddenly. And the door opens, his cell door opens, and he's just kind of there like, what's going on?
Yep.
And then the door at the end of the corridor opens, and you see like the outline of someone.
Mm-hmm.
And they walk through, but the camera only follows his feet at the bottom, and then you see Jesse Eisenberg. He's like, oh shit, it's this guy looking like terrified. And then the character, you see this mysterious like person raises a gun and shoots Lex Luthor in the head. And no, in the film he was Lex Luthor Jr.
Yes.
He said, didn't he?
Yes.
The camera turns round to reveal a bald but bearded Bryan Cranston.
Say my
name.
Say my name.
Doesn't say anything to him, but he shoots out. He just shoots Lex Luthor Jr. And then you have a proper villain.
I was gonna. That's
villain.
Now that is a cliffhanger to.
That's how Batman vs Superman should have ended.
Yeah.
Or he turns around and goes,
"Are you listening, DC?"
He says, "You got."
Are you listening?
He says, "You got." And he said, "No, you've got Heisenberg." Instead of Heisenberg, like flips up his collar.
And then raises his arm.
Yeah.
Hey.
Don't you forget about me. But no, that should be. It doesn't say anything. Just shoots him, and then boom, film's over.
I'd be happy.
I'd be incredibly happy if that happened.
I'd just be there and mostly just like, what?
Because I was talking to my brother and he was just like, would Lex Luthor be that cold? And I was like, yeah, because he does everything in secret, and Lex Luthor Jr. has besmirched the Luthor name by doing all this stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just like, this is not who we are. So he kills his own son.
So yeah, and that would
and
just...
it's a formidable foe then, that way with
and
Bryan
then
Cranston.
straight from the bat, it's...
Because you can see how menacing he can be.
Yeah. Well,
But
I'll tell you what,
and that is how we repair DC. It took us 55 minutes.
Forget those other points. Just that one last one alone.
that will solve it. That will save.
That one last one alone will just.
I think that would have added on an extra 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
At least.
Just that those 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's always about, you know, the middle bit's all well and good, but that final scene is.
It's needed.
And
it's what's going to stick in your mind.
Yeah.
Like, if it's a memorable ending, then it's going to stick with you for a long time.
Taking out that entire room full of thugs to rescue Martha, but if you have something like that at the end, it's like, oh, damn.
I was going to say, forget the rest of the movie. You just instantly focus on that.
Yeah, and then, like I said, he's just a formidable foe then for Superman.
Yep.
And there's not a lot of them. Cause we were talking about Superman a few weeks back now.
Yeah.
And we were looking at villains, and
there wasn't many.
There was like two we kind of like recognised.
Yeah, he's not many Superman. But
now we fixed.
Well,
we fixed DC.
Well done, guys. Good job.
If only it was that easy.
I know. But I do think
no, we just made it easy.
We should go over to Warner Brothers and like, guys, we've got this.
We've got a full report on how you fix this.
First, you get rid of him. Just in the room, like just nibbling on a biscuit or something.
just like, yeah. What? Why? Get rid of him.
Just like chasing after him with Sark going, yeah.
No, I'll launch rockets after him.
Yeah. Get out of here.
For those who don't know, I do rocketry and pyrotechnics for a hobby, so I would.
Would you like to pitch a YouTube channel?
Sorry?
Would you like to? You do have a YouTube channel.
I do have a YouTube page. Search Rocketry Safety Officer or Rocketry Unleashed to see what I do. It is tremendous fun. And yeah, go watch it, subscribe, like. Shameless promotion. Right, back on track.
What kind of things do you blow up? Because I imagine, not to sound like a psychopath, I imagine it's quite therapeutic.
Well, it's just a lot of fun. So the list includes an Xbox 360, a computer, a microwave, printers, clocks. I said computers, didn't I? Hard drives.
Children.
I'm not. I've not gone that far.
If I brought you a copy of Batman vs Superman, would you blow that up?
Yes. Yes, I would.
And then blow it up.
Yes, I would.
I imagine Zack Snyder's just crying somewhere in a London office.
I'm sorry, Zach, but
I'm trying so hard, guys.
Send it to every DC executive. Just that DVD being blown up.
Slow motion over and over and over and over again.
And then at the end you just shout, Martha!
Okay, right, I've done
Ben Affleck's just stood there, just kind of doing like a satisfied nod, like.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
We can't play that
again.
The Disturbed version's on here.
Of course it is.